It used to break my heart to see the children in the cancer centers with me. While no one should have to undergo cancer treatment, it is definitely not child's play. One Saturday, just before Easter, while I was waiting in line at the hospital pharmacy, a child approached me and asked if I could pull a rabbit out of my top hat. Yes, I wear a top hat nearly every day. No, I was unable to do so, but only that once. The next morning was Easter Sunday. I asked my retired pastor, Mike, who also does stage magic, if there was a simple sleight of hand I could do in the future, maybe with a small plush toy. He very kindly pointed out that I was a fool, that there was no trick to pulling a small plush toy out of your hat, so long as you had one in there. He also reminded me that tomorrow was Monday, the day after Easter, and that plush bunnies would be really cheap. They were. I bought all I could find. I kept these bunnies in my hat at all times. I gave them to the children I met, in the waiting room for radiation treatment, in the lab waiting for blood work, in the lobby of the hospital, even in the parking lot where they were scared to go into the building. I always looked to the parents for permission before approaching their child. I didn't want to be that creepy guy. You should see the kids' reactions. Their eyes get bigger than you can imagine. Their fingers almost always fly up to, and sometimes into, their mouths. And then, very tentatively, if they're brave enough, they'll reach out and accept the gift. Sometimes I have to give the toy to their parents instead. Stranger danger. I've heard kids tell their parents excitedly, "I want a magic hat just like that one." I was surprised how effective this little hat trick was. I was also surprised about something else. You may know this already, but in an effort to save your life, every cancer treatment really takes a little bit out of you. And here is where the surprise comes in. That moment of joy I see on the child's face, it feels like it radiates from them, hits me square in the chest, about where you'd expect your heart to be, and gives me a bit of my life back. I was quickly addicted. I gave bunnies to bored children at the DMV, in the grocery store, at restaurants. It felt great. In very short order, I ran out of bunnies. I now buy cases of assorted plush toys from Amazon. They are in a hanging basket by my front door, so I can reload my hat if necessary before going outside. After 6 weeks of daily radiation treatments, one of the technicians approached me. She felt it necessary to remind me that she does this for a living, that she literally treats thousands of patients every year. And she said, no matter how good a patient's attitude is on the first week of radiation, everyone is a zombie after 6 weeks. Nobody is in the waiting room pulling rabbits out of their hat for children. What are you doing differently? Many things, I said. For one, I pull rabbits out of my hat for children. I have completed my prescribed cancer regimen, but I am continuing my hat trick treatments. I have given away more cases of 3-inch plush toys than I know, and I feel great. The other day, I gave a little girl a fuzzy donkey while at a fast food restaurant. She was amazed. She later asked if she could bring another toy home for her little sister. The little sister got a frog. Delighted, she asked if she could look into my hat. She was the first to do this. The hat was empty. That was just luck. I had more toys in my car. "Is this magic?" she asked in wonder. I told her that it was only magic if she believed it was. She nodded her head and said with confidence that it was magic. By the way, her donkey is named Sparkle. And hat trick magic is just one of the lessons I learned during my cancer treatment. Thank you for listening.